Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Thank you for all joining me this morning on the extra channel before the show, chatting away and getting ready for the day. We've been red, green, can't make its mind up today, but it is Tuesday, March the 12th, 7:32 Central Time, and we are off and running. We are up green at the moment. Let's go through all our positions and see who is here. In the early show, which is the extra channel running in the background, I'll give you the extra channel right now. We have, who was in there? Lance, Strength, Mike, Jason from Australia, having a good chat and conversation. Nice to see you all there. Thank you ever so much indeed. Here on the main show, we've got Carp Fishing. Good morning to you, Carp Fishing. How are you today? Admiring Curling as well. Welcome to you. Jason Fallon just popped over from the main channel. Welcome. For a moment, I thought we were going to be red, but we've gone up per 0.5% now, and we're moving. That was quite a start to the day. Jamie Thurman. Good morning, Jamie Thurman. Welcome to you. Lovely to have you here. All right, let's have a quick look at where we are. This is my main portfolio. I'm 100% in the S&P 500, so I can be completely impartial, honest, real, live. I share my real money, my real positions. This is all the money I have in the world. There's my Roth. There's my main account. This is my future retirement. This is my cash. This is my bank. Robinhood is what I use as my bank. $71,000. That's what I'm worth. I've got no mortgage, no car loan. This is it all here, right in front of you, okay? 100% in the S&P. And if I scroll down, you can see I've got $5 of Apple because I won it a couple of days ago. And as soon as that hits $5 where I received it, I will just sell it. There's no point selling it for a loss. I don't need the $5. And I'll just sell it when I can make a profit on it. But it'll be $5.01, and I will sell that just to balance out my portfolio. Let's now go through our main account. Oh, we've got some more people coming in now. We've got Sherry, who's got a 6-month badge. She's been a member now for 6 months. MSK, member for 1 year. Soon to be 2, and then welcomed into the VIP club. Mike is a 2-year member. These are the founder members, the original members. They get the exclusive content, the exclusive VIP club when they hit 2 years. And there'll be meetups and special things that the VIP members get. We always want to remember our original members. It's how we're doing it. Lance Strength's been a member for 2 months now. Udom Son. Welcome, Martin. Do some PSNY video. You can request a review from me, and I will do it happily if you are a member. 98% of our live viewers are members, and they get many perks. But you are asking about PSNY. Let me share with you how you can get it from me. I already have something that you might like. Go into YouTube, where you are right now. Go to the search bar at the top of the page. There's the search bar, and type in Martyn Lucas, Martyn, Martyn Lucas, PSNY. That's what you asked for. I rank for all these things now, and you'll find me. Just give it a couple of seconds. PSNY. There you go. There's my Polestar analysis. Just done that recently. It's perhaps due for another one, but you can book another one if you are a member of the channel. But there was an analysis done for another member of the channel. So if you'd like to know my thoughts on PSNY, Polestar, share, copy the link. I shall give it to you now in the chat. Here is PSNY. So this is for you. Let me give it to you now. OU, here we go. PSNY review. There you go. That's part of my Alpha Spread playlist. And on that playlist are over 100 reviews of stocks just like that. All right. Okay, there you go. The portfolio is rising now. We are green again today, looking very nice. Hello, says Mike. Good morning, everyone. Cherry, hello, good morning. These earlier starts are fantastic. Of course, for you in Australia, it's a very different time zone. That stream, hopefully, will keep improving. It's running 12 hours a day at the moment. I'm looking at all different ways to improve on it. The idea is it gives everyone the chance to talk to me in between the shows, in between the events. You can update things. It's it's conversation all the time, sharing information. It's very, very useful. Okay, so let's have a look. Good morning. There's your answer. Raman, good morning to you. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion to your channel. That's very nice of you, but I don't need that. I don't do any paid advertisement. I don't have anyone telling me that my SEO doesn't work. I don't do any buying members or buying subscribers or buying likes. Appreciate the offer, but I don't do any of those things. Okay, Cherry, I actually have been a member for 10 months. Cherry, yes, because you changed accounts, didn't you? Unfortunately, with the new system now, it only recognizes your history of this account. And it's so we can recognize how long you've been a member. I know if you change accounts, it does throw it off, but there's no way around that. Anyway, Cherry, you'll soon get your big 1 and then your big 2, I'm sure, and then you get the VIP club. Good afternoon, Octavio. Curious about Virgin Galactic and Fisker. We'll do today. Let's have a look then. Let's go through. Virgin Galactic is bouncing up and down. It's kind of barcoding, if you like, but we can't tell until it's done a little bit more. Let's have a look. Good morning, Cherry. Eric B. Thank you. You're very welcome. I hope that's of use to you. Steve Wally, good morning. I've been a member for 4 months. Lance Strength, let's have a look. Lance, 2 months. I've been member. So why is it saying 2? Did you change your account as well? Did you change your account? That's all I can say. I mean, it has. When the badges were changed, it didn't change your history. It just gives you the badge for the time that you will remember. That's basically it. You must have changed your account halfway through, or you missed a month or something like that. Hi, Cherry. Eric B. Palantir, up today. Gold, down at the moment. So the S&P is up 0.5%. I have not. So what do you think it is then? I mean, help me understand what it is. It's no big deal. Well, it is a big deal because I use these badges as recommended. Well, how can I explain it? YouTube do the history. I don't have any control over how long people have been a member. So all I did was I created badges so we would know who was, a founder member, who was here 1 year, 2 year, all these things. So what it does is you can create the badges for 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 6 month, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or 4 year. That's what you do. So I created badges. So I just put in the category 1 month, a 1 month badge, 2 months, a 2 months badge. That's all I did. So then YouTube then decided whether you were a 1 month or 2 month. I don't have control over that. So anyway, let's have a little look. I've been a member. I have been a member. No change. Steve Wally. I'm here today. Not well. Have fun. And Dawn Potteris. Yeah, you know what, Dawn? I'm sorry to hear that. I woke up this morning feeling ill, and I thought I was going to cancel my show, but I'm here. But I'm sorry, not feeling very well. Steve Wally, 4 months. Hang on. I've worked it out. First of all, get well, Dawn Potteris. I've worked it out, guys. Lance, I've worked it out. Steve Wally, I've worked it out. Of course. What it is, you've only got new 1 month. I think it's 2 months, 6 months. There's a gap in between. Of course, that makes sense. If you've been a member for 4 months, until you hit 4 months, until you hit 6 months, it won't change. That makes sense. That makes sense. So you've got the level 2. It doesn't change until 6 months. That makes perfect sense. I understand. There's not a daily badge. There's not a weekly and whatever. There's only 1, 2. 1, 2, 6, 1. You get the idea. So you're in between. So that's what it is. That's the reason why you've got a 2-month badge. It's not a 6-month badge until it's 6 months, even if you're at 4 and 5. It's the same as there are people at 1 year who are 1 year and 11 months. There's many people like that. We've got lots of people on 1.9. They're virtually 2, but they're showing 1 because they've only been a member for 1 plus something. That makes sense. You made me think there for a minute, and now I've realized that it's because there's not a daily badge. It doesn't change per day, obviously, right? Okay, that makes sense. So there you go. No big deal. Not here today. Martin, a 3-month badge is not listed on the perk list. It goes from 2 months. There you go. Exactly. Steve Wally. Exactly. So you'll go from 2 to 6 all of a sudden. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, excellent. Thank you. All right, I'm glad we had that conversation because I was thinking, hang on a minute. Yeah, Morning, I just don't know what to do about Fisker. Currently 13,000 down on it. It's hard to click that sell button at a huge loss. That would, what would you do in my situation, Martin? Well, I've done that before. I've done that on Virgin Galactic several times. Let's discuss that right now, Buckaroony. That's a really good question. We'll cover that now. But first of all, would everyone please say get well to Dawn? Dawn is not feeling very well today. And let's do this. I'm going to spam it. There you go, Dawn. Spammed away. Let's have a conversation about Fisker now. What do you do if you are down so much? It's a very good question, and we should answer it this morning. I've done this many times. McDonald's, Google, Microsoft, Walmart, Tilray, Robinhood, IonQ, Rocket Lab, Plug, Rumble, Funware, Faraday, Rio Tinto, Bitcoin, Polygon. They're all trimming off a bit this morning. Okay. There's our Reddit. We were looking at that yesterday. FSR, Fisker. All right. Get well, Dawn. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Okay, let's talk about this for a moment then. It's a very good question, that. And there's a good answer for it. There is an answer for it, though. So let's do it. Let's cover this morning. Let's make a video on this. Right. It's 15 minutes. 15 mins, Fisker, FSR. Now, tonight we have 2 earnings. We have the earnings I am doing on the show, Heron, HRTX, and we have the earnings of Funware with Sensei on the Extra channel. So there's 2 earnings at the same time, double shows tonight. All right. I'm going to bring that comment up as well. I'm going to use these 2 comments that you've just sent me. Right. Fisker. We have a question this morning from one of our members. What do you do with Fisker if you are down so much? So we're going to answer that question, and it might help a number of you as well. So here we go. And many people are in this position. Buckaroony has just asked me about Fisker. I just don't know what to do about this Fisker. Currently 13,000 down on it. It's hard to click that sell button at a huge loss. What would you do in my situation? Now, to add some context to that, Buckaroony has added another comment, and he says, I'm not bragging, but my company earns me a very, very good wage. So I can afford to leave it and lose it. I have 89,000 shares at a 49 cents average. So let's discuss what should Buckaroony do, or what should you do? Whether you've got $10, $1,000, $1 million, or whatever it might be invested in any company, I think this same situation applies. If you are down on a stock, first of all, we need to remember you are not down on anything until you sell. All that's happened is the value of the shares that you own for that company have gone down in price. The company, however, could be going up in value. It could be doing great things. So there could be great things on the horizon. However, should you sell if you're down and you think it's going to continue to go down? Well, I've had this experience many, many times, and I've had it a lot with Virgin Galactic. Over the years, I must have lost somewhere in the region of $30,000. But there are a couple of things to say with this. People use the phrase a lot on YouTube. Only invest what you can afford to lose. So if you can afford to lose it, doesn't matter. Get out, sell for a loss. It's okay. I don't agree with any of that. It makes great thumbnails and great clickbait and great uneducated headlines, but actually I don't agree with any of that. You shouldn't ever consider it an option to lose money, or it's okay to lose money. Respect the money. You shouldn't just be happy with the fact it's okay to lose money because you have a good wage, or you earn good money, or it doesn't really matter. It does matter, because if you consistently make profits, even if they're small, you're going to do much better than if you win big and lose big. More often than not, you'll lose big, and particularly if you sell. Now then, so is it right to sell when you're down? Now, some people will tell you, again, makes great video content on YouTube. They'll say, for example, if you sell when you're down, then you can write that off against tax. Well, it makes a good headline, looks good on a YouTube channel, but again, it's not the full story. There's more to it than that. And let's discuss that now. If you buy a stock on your IRA, or as it is in America, Roth or traditional, or in the UK, it would be an ISA, individual savings account, you are trading tax-free. So if you make gains, if you sell, you hold, whatever, and you sell, you pay no tax. If, on the other hand, you sell for a loss, you do not get any benefit from a tax loss, because it's a tax-free account. So first of all, if you are doing the transaction through an IRA, Roth or traditional, or an ISA, it doesn't matter, or you don't benefit from selling at a loss, going, well, I've just, written it off and all the rest of it. That's not the case. That doesn't help you at all. You've just got less money now. That's it. Well, if you're trying to get less money for other reasons, well, that's fine, but it didn't benefit you from a tax point of view. However, if you were on your main brokerage account, and this is pretty standard, but I can't comment about tax in every country. I don't know your situation. I'm not even trying to give financial advice. I'm just sharing my experience. If you sell for a loss on a brokerage account, then that can be a tax loss. However, before you sell for a loss, you need to consider what your tax implication would be in the first place. If you earn under the threshold, then maybe you would never pay tax this year anyway. In Buckarooni's case, clearly, obviously, he earns a good wage. He's a taxpayer. So if you have, say, for example, expected a $10,000 tax bill, and it's why it's important to do your taxes and accounts along the journey. I do my accounts every day. I'm up to date with my accounts minute by minute, second by second. Every time I buy something, it's accounted. I know what my tax liability is going to be at any given moment throughout the year. So I know at the end of the year, I've got a tax bill of, say, $10,000. I know that. So if I sell something and I lose $10,000, does that mean I don't get a tax bill? No. It doesn't mean because you owe $10,000 and you've now lost $10,000, you're going to get zero tax. It's a loss, and it gets offset as an expense, a loss against your tax. Depending on your tax rate and your individual situation, there'll be a discount off the $10,000. It doesn't necessarily wipe that out. You need to speak to your CPA or your accountant, as it is in England. CPA is what it is in America. So you need to find out and speak with your accounts and tax specialist to find out, if I had a $10,000 bill and I lost $10,000, how much discount would I get? And the answer would be specific to you, depending on your threshold, your tax situation, and so on and so forth. So it's not black and white. So you need to consider that. So don't just sell because it's okay, I'm down because I earn good money, and the phrase of I can sell, I can sell at some point. That's okay. Don't invest what you can't afford to lose. That's not a standard you should abide by. That will always lead to losses. So don't consider that option. The option of a tax loss only works and only applies on your brokerage account, and you need to check your tax situation before you do. There's one other element to this. If a stock goes down, you've got to ask yourself a couple of questions. Did you enter it in the right way? What I mean by that is when you decided to buy a stock, was you buying it with emotion and excitement, or was you buying it with completely structured strategy? What I mean by that is, and this is important to explain this because this will explain the exit. If you decided to buy Fisker, you liked Fisker. You didn't buy it because of something I said on YouTube. You didn't buy it because of someone you heard on Reddit or anywhere else. You bought it because perhaps you've heard about it through my show or other sources. You've looked at my analysis reviews. You've also then read those reviews. You've also read the balance sheet. You've also looked at the debt position, but you've also looked at the prospectus. You've looked at the potential for the business. At the end of the day, you invest in a company at a price because you believe that is undervalued, and in the future, that business is going to be bigger than it is today, thereby reflecting the stock price. Not immediately. A company can go up, do well on earnings, but the stock price might go down. It sometimes takes a while for the stock price to reflect the progress of the company. But nevertheless, you decided to buy Fisker or any other stock, but we are focused on Fisker right now. So you decided it was a good company. You believe where the price is at the moment you pulled the pin and you decided to buy it, it was a good buy. It was undervalued at that moment in time. So what you should do is you've looked at your portfolio, the balance of your portfolio. You know your objectives. You know your tax position. You know your goals. You know what you're trying to achieve, and you know your emotional stability and your intelligence and how you conduct business. You know that. So you decide that I want to buy Fisker at this price. What is my allocation? People jump into buying a stock and then just find themselves dollar cost averaging because they hear that on YouTube a lot, particularly in the crypto world. That doesn't work. It doesn't work because we don't all have infinite amount of money to keep buying lower and higher and all the rest of it. We need a strategy. Before a general launches an attack on its enemy, it knows its next move. A great chess player knows its next 5 to 7 moves. I'm the same. I look at chess as the same way as investing on the stock market. I'm 7 moves ahead. If you're just making one move, you're going to always lose because the competition, which is the market, is moving hundreds of moves ahead. So you're going to always lose statistically. So you decided to buy it. You know your goals, you know your tax implications, you know your overall structure, you know who you are. You now have to have a balanced portfolio. It's no good just being all in on one stock. That is very, very extremely risky unless you are the greatest trader in the history of the world and you know what's going to happen and you have a crystal ball. Even if you believe in the company and think it's the greatest company in the world, you don't know how the market is going to treat that stock. You don't know if there's going to be extra external conditions. You don't know if there's going to be macro conditions, wars. You don't know if there's going to be supply shortages. You cannot know. Nobody knows. So you have to have a balanced portfolio. So you then decide, right, I have got $10,000 to invest in total for my total portfolio. That's what I've got. So I decide what is the risk of Fisker, and I will give it a risk score. I will say it's 90% likely to be successful. In my mind, I have a strategy. I have a structure. Doesn't mean it's going to be right, but I have a belief. I have some kind of plan. So I decide it's a 90% risky stock. It's very risky. It's maybe extremely likely to fail. So why would I buy it? Well, I still believe there's a good potential. Like buying a lottery ticket, I buy a lottery ticket not expecting not to win. So I don't put all my money on a lottery ticket. I'll buy $1 of a lottery ticket. So I've given it a risk score in my head and I've given myself an allocation. So let's say out of my $10,000, I have given it a high risk but the risk to reward is good. So I want to be in, but I'm going to give it a 90% chance of failure. So I'm going to maybe spend 10% of my money. 90% is going to be left for something else. So that allows me $900 out of my $10,000. $100 out of my 1,000. So I believe it's got a good risk to reward, but I'm going to keep I'm going to keep the 9,000 for the S&P or whatever, but I'm going to invest 1,000. So now I've got $1,000 to spend on Fisker. All of these steps have happened. I didn't just buy it. All of these steps have happened. Now I'm looking at Fisker and going, right, I've got $1,000. I've still got my $9,000 over here for other things because I've given it that risk level. $9,000. Now I don't know if the stock's going to go up, down, left, or sideways. But I like it where it is. I've already decided I'm happy to buy it. I then look at it and I look at the likelihood of it going down further. We don't know. Could it go down further? It can go down forever. We could keep being reverse split and it could go on forever and ever and ever and ever. There's never a bottom until it's over. Okay, so I decide, well, it's been continually trending down. The chance of it suddenly going up the other way are less likely because it's been continually trending down. So what I'm going to do, because I don't know the answer to what's going to happen next, is I'll put $500 of my $1,000 in. That's it. Not the 9,000, not get excited, not bring more in, not change my plan, not suddenly go all over the place. $500. I've got $500 on the side ready to buy more. Ready to buy more if it goes down further. What if it goes up? Doesn't matter. My structure is in place. I know what the risk is. If it goes up, that's fine. Maybe I trim off a little bit. If it makes more than 15%, which is more than the S&P will make in a year, in a day or so, as long as that's been done on my tax-free account, I will trim it because I've made a profit. Others will trim it, it will drop lower, and then I can start dollar cost averaging with the remainder of my $500. Maybe I'll go another 200, but I've still got 300 left. The 300 left now is waiting for a further dip. That is how I get into the stock. Now, the question was, how should I get out of the stock from Buckaroo, remember, at the beginning of the video? But it's important to understand how you got in with the structure and the plan to how you get out. So it's like playing chess. You're not going to be reactionary. You're going to be proactive. You're going to assume what's going to happen next. It's like years ago, I learned to be an advanced motorcyclist. I trained with the RAF, Royal Air Force Outrider, and I learned to read the road of what would happen if everybody else on the road does something. So I am prepared ahead of time. Not when they do something, now I do something. I'm already doing something in my mind, assuming they're going to do something. I'm ready for them to react. The stock market is exactly the same. So it was important to explain the brokerage and the Roth, the IRA and the tax and the strategy of initially getting in the stock and the strategy to actually implementing the transaction to getting in on the stock to be able to answer the question of how to get out. So now we fully understand our position. We're probably in a better position understanding of how to get out. So if we are down right now and we did our risk factor and we liked it, we have money on hand to buy more to lower our average. We've always kept that little bit of money to buy lower. Now, if it goes even lower, do you buy even more? No, if it messes up your original plan. Now, perhaps you've earned some more money since your original plan and you can bring new, fresh money in, but your original plan and structure shouldn't change about the risk and so on and so forth. You shouldn't just throw that out, because if it goes down and continues to go down, people on YouTube will say, hey, dollar cost average, keep learning your average. Not forever, you shouldn't, because the stock may very well be going to zero. You've already decided your plan and structure, stick to it. That way you feel confident and you're not going to make any rash decisions. So, concluding this video, I'm down. It's hard to click the sell button. There's one final piece I want to add to this. And I'm sorry, I make no apologies for this long answer, because it is a complex answer. It's not straightforward and simple. So I'm going to finish with this. This is important. Buckaroo was asking about selling. I have done this firsthand with Virgin Galactic. So take everything I've said in thought, into context, and now, are you going to sell for a loss, even if it doesn't affect your tax? Now, you're not doing it for tax reasons. You're not doing it to lower from one tax bracket to another. Maybe you've gone over a certain tax bracket. You've gone to 50% tax. You want to drop back to 20% or 40%. So you want to lower the tax by lowering your overall profit that year. It's not that reason. That's not what you're doing it for. You've got no tax, you're rich, you've got loads of money, you don't care, whatever reason, all right? You're looking at it simply, is there another reason why it would be good to sell? And yes, it is. And I'm going to answer that now. If the stock, you bought the stock at, say, 40, I believe Buckaroo bought it at 49, and it's now 34. And he's not looking to sell it for tax reasons. He's not interested in that. He doesn't need a tax write-off. He's not paying tax anyway, or whatever reason. He is concerned that he's down. He doesn't want to lose any more money. you need to ask yourself this. If you bought it at 49 and it's now at 34 and you're considering selling, are you considering selling because you think the business model has changed, it's failed, it's not achieving its goals, it's not going to maintain this price, it's not going to return a profit, and it's down? Then of course it's right to sell because you get some money out. Better to get something out than nothing. At least you've got some money back and you do have a write-off, and if you've done it correctly and so on and so forth, right? But there's one other piece to this. What if you think the business is still good and you still want to be in it, but you want to reduce your losses? Well, you can't make the price go up because the price is where it is. The price is down, you've lost money. Now, I've done this several times and got myself out of a stock and actually got back my money. This is what I have done in the past, many, many, many times. I bought at 49. I'm using Buckaroo now as an example. I bought at 49. I'm not selling for tax reasons. It's now down at 34. I like the company, but I think it's being oversold. I believe it's having a short attack. I believe there is short-term bad news, but good news is coming. I want the stock. I've got two choices. I'm not adding any more money because that would upset my balance. I would either do absolutely nothing and wait for it to go up, make a profit. Maybe I get out at that point, or I'm just on my original path of it going to $10 or whatever I set that target. That could be one option. Option two could be this. I still believe it's going lower. I believe it's going to go to 20 cents now. I can sell what I have at 34 cents, keep the cash on hand, and buy it all back at 20 cents. You're in a much better position. Much, much better position if you do that. And I've done that on many, many occasions, and that has saved me. So let me make it like a visual. You start from here. It drops to here. Your stocks have devalued. You haven't lost any money until you sell. We're not looking at tax. We're not looking at tax write-offs. The value has gone down. You haven't lost any money. But you decide to sell here because you know it's going to here. If you did nothing and it went from here to here, you've now got this value. You've got the same many shares. You haven't gained anything. You're just worth less, even less now than you were at here. However, if you sold here, disregarding tax incentives and benefits, you sold here because you believe it's going to here.
Great information. Everything you have said I have done. I know I have enough Fisker. Bought 4 times on the dip. It's hard to not buy more when you have extra cash available. I'm not selling.
Thank you very much for the super chat, and thank you very much for the comment. As I said, if you are here and you sell here, you wait for a 10% drop and you buy it back with the money that you have. If you want to bring tax into it, you've got to wait 30 days for a wash sale. So you've got to wait 31 days if you're going to post that as a tax loss. But if that's not the reason, you can do it the same minute. You sell here, you buy back here, you've now got more shares. Because the money you had here, let's say you had, 1 share here, and it drops here, you can now buy 2 shares here. Whereas if you'd gone from there and then fell to there, literally fell to there, you've still got the 1 share. If you were here and you sold here and bought here, you may have more shares now. You've improved your position. Even though you're still down, you've improved it from here. So there is a very long but detailed answer in the entire structure of the question and the answer. And it's important because on YouTube particularly, people will make headline videos of how to get rich, dollar cost average, buy the dip, sell for a loss, don't buy what you can't afford to lose. These are all very simple comic book style, entry-level, basic principles designed to do nothing more than to excite the audience and sell a video. None of that information is useful. It's completely and utterly useless. The only benefit is to a creator on YouTube who gets you to watch and earns money from your content, from you watching. It's a much more detailed structure. This is not checkers. This is chess. Chess is a completely different game. So there is a complete answer. You need to start with a structure. You need to know yourself. You need to know your budget, your plan, your portfolio balance. Before you buy, what's your target? What's your exit? What if? What do I do in every situation? You have that. You keep calm. You keep stress-free. You stick to the plan. You get to your goals. You're a happy camper. That's it. That was a full, complete answer to Buckaroony. Thank you very much for your $20 super chat. I appreciate that support. I'm glad you like the information, and I hope that helps you make an informed decision. But at the end of the day, whatever decision you make, it's a best guess for everyone, as it is for you and everybody else. No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Whatever decision that you make, if it's balanced and it's well thought out and structured, statistically, overall, you will win. And that's all that matters. But sometimes it'll be the right answer and sometimes it'll be the wrong answer. But at least it will be the right answer more often than it's the wrong answer. But at the end of the day, don't congratulate yourself too much if you get it right. And don't be too down on yourself if you get it wrong. Because everybody else has the same chance of getting it right as you. It can go up, it can go down. Nobody knows. But by applying these steps, you increase your chances tenfold. Just because you're tenfold, though, doesn't mean you're going to win or lose. It just makes you feel better and understands your position. Click above my head for all the information. Click below in the description. Over here and over here for more videos. That was a long answer to a very important question. Buckaroony, thank you very much indeed. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. There you go. Put some love on Buckaroony's comment. Thank you for liking that, guys. Appreciate it. That was great. I earned $20 for that answer. There you go. Right, we are green at the moment. Let's go back to our main account. We've got 15 minutes to go before the bell goes. Now, tonight, we have two earnings. We have, on my show, let me share with you what we have tonight. On the main show here on the main channel with me, you have tonight, let me share with you, Heron earnings. This was requested by one of our members. I think he's in the chat today. I think it was, let me have a look. Jason Davis asked for Heron. That is tonight. I'm covering that after the closing bell this evening. Heron. You may notice that our interview, Kevin B., if you are in the show today, Meet the CEO, Paul Worley, has been postponed. Not cancelled, postponed to March 28th. The CEO had something he had to do, understandably, and he's had to postpone our interview. But don't worry, it's going to happen. Now, on the extra channel, as we are live right now, you can see here is the extra channel. This evening, we have funware. This was for Crag. Crag wanted funware. Many of you did. And Sensei is covering it on the extra channel. So we have 2 shows back to back tonight. Now, if you've not yet joined our extra channel, it runs at the same time as this channel. It provides us 24-hour, well, it's actually 12-hour conversation, so you can be live together and keep everyone chatting in between. Let me give you the link for it. If you're on the extra channel, I'll give you the link for the main channel. There you go. And also, it provides us the opportunity to do 2 shows at once when we have 2 shows at once. I want to be absolutely clear. They are completely separate channels. If you are a member of this channel, you are not a member of that channel. They're completely separate. So just understand that. If you subscribe to this channel, does not mean you are subscribing to the other channel. They are 2 separate channels, but they are under my brand account. They're all my video channels. But also note, we will not be putting, I say we, it's just me, I will not be putting the content I put on here on there just to double it up for the sake of it. That's not what the channel is for. It's not for that. It is done to provide a place that is different to this channel. It's not just going to be a copy and we're going to end up putting things out twice and stuff like that. I just want you to know that that's not what it's about. Okay, very, very important. Okay. Just making some tweaks here. Way. I hate when that happens. I press a button and all my screens move. It's quite scary, especially when you're streaming live. You don't want to be seeing that. Right, I've just made a little bit of a tidy up. Let me read some of the comments that I got through that. You need to hold till Nissan news, says Lance Strength. Good. Average buckaroo. I'm 65 down, but not big amounts like you, Iberian Wolf. Come on, do it. MSK. Run for the hills. Damn, Fisker took the hit. Good morning, all. Hi, Martin. Have a good day. Fabian. Fabian is in both channels this morning. Thank you, Fabian. He's listening in both channels. Thank you very much. Many people actually, well, not many, but there are some people who keep both channels running at the same time. That is very helpful to us. That helps the channel grow. And you've got that channel to bounce in and out of as we go to in and out of members only. I'm a similar boat, Buckaroony, with Fisker. Tough place to be indeed. I bought Fisker as I felt it was undervalued. I'm certain the next earnings will raise the price. My tax band is 45%. Fisker is 50% of my portfolio. That brings a bit of context into it. Good morning, all. Listing in this morning as I drive from Gainesville, Florida to Starbase, Texas for the next Starship launch. Mark Saxby should buy a house next to Elon Musk. He really should. He lives there. I would love to see what you're seeing, and you see it regularly. Exactly what I've done. Great. Morning all, go DB. Martin, when does the gold mine IPO? Soon, right? I'm in constant contact with Jefferson Boots. They are in Florida at the moment, raising funds. I will have information as soon as I have information, I will share with you. It's a long process. But yes, I hold my convertible notes just like you do, and I'm keen on information. So we still own a private company. I own it with you, so I'm right there. And as soon as I get information and I speak to him, I text him and speak on the phone regularly. There's nothing new to say. He hasn't got any dates or anything. When he does, he'll tell me, and I'll tell you. So I will let you know as soon as I know. I'm in the same boat as you. The oldest trick in the book, if you want to buy a lot of something, what do? You let the market drop so you can buy more. That's what's happening now with Fisker. Good afternoon, everyone. Craig, just talking about you. We've got the Funware earnings tonight on the extra channel. Buckaroony, I've been there myself with Vorb. When it went heavy down, kept adding until it ran out of cash and ended up having to sell for a bigger loss. Then they declared bankruptcy. Sometimes it's better to sell. Yes, we went for all that this morning. Or it doesn't go to 20 cents and you're left with a loss. That's correct. That is correct. There are times when you must be patient and just wait. Absolutely right. But of course, everyone has to make their own bills. FSR has been pending Nissan news I'm holding. Good morning, Carlos Martinez. Now that's why I'm here. Awesome. I'm really glad you liked it. Kevin B, I'm glad you're here. Kevin B, I just explained we had to postpone the interview today with Ascent Solar Technologies, ASTI, A-S-T-I. The CEO contacted me to say they need to reschedule. It's not cancelled, it's just postponed. It's March the 28th. You can see that on the upcoming live streams of the channel, and this is how you find that. Go to the main channel. There's the main channel. Upcoming live streams. There is the closing bell. There is Heron on the other channel. It's Funware, and there is the event. It's moved to 28th of March at 10 a.m. It's not cancelled. It's just moved. David Warnes, afternoon all. Hey, Sensei Crypto. Good morning. Good morning, Sensei. Nonny 315. Matthew Kelly's here this morning. I'll be there. Thanks, Martin. You're very welcome. Thanks goes to Sensei for covering it. I do believe that Sensei will have the biggest show. I thought he was going to have the biggest show last time, but he didn't. But remember, though, the channel is new. Not a lot of people, that channel doesn't trend yet. And it's a very different, just because, I've created it and I've put it on that channel, it doesn't mean anything. That channel does not have any history yet. But it is the bigger stock, and I'm giving it to Sensei. The one I'm covering is brand new. We don't rank for it at all. But it was requested by a member here, so I thought it was right that I covered it as he requested it here. If he'd requested it on the Sunday show with Sensei, I would have put it on Sensei's. I would have put it on the extra channel with Sensei. All right, okay, I'll be there. Crypto is looking good. Thank you, Sensei. Indeed. Sensei, I will be sending you the RTMP and address for the and the key for the YouTube later on today in Discord, as we always do. Right. I had a very good day yesterday on Rumble. I wanted to share with everybody. We've got 6 minutes to go. I had a really big audience. I'm sharing this because I know Craig's interested in this. Yesterday on Rumble, I had a few hundred people, maybe more. When I last measured it, it was like 460, maybe more than that now. I had a good audience on Rumble yesterday, and I was saying, I don't know if I'm going to continue on Rumble. My audience is growing, my subscribers are growing, so you'd say, why am I considering leaving Rumble? Well, because, first of all, the ad revenue is awful. I've now earned about, if I got paid, about $90 in a year, whereas I live on YouTube, so, gives you an idea. $90 and $50, you pass the threshold and they say they pay you. I've set up my PayPal account and so on. I passed the threshold about 3 months ago, contacted Rumble, and they say you get paid at the end of the month if it goes through $50. That's a standard thing. TikTok's like that. YouTube are like that. YouTube pay you every month as long as you're above 100. It's a kind of standard practice, except I haven't been paid at all. I'm now up to $90. So I'm not saying for a minute they're not going to pay me, but something isn't right. First of all, it doesn't make me any money. And two, I just don't get paid. And I don't mind being on Rumble. I like it. It brings another audience in, and it's nice. However, it just is. I've now got to consider every minute of my day. I'm extremely busy. There are things I just can never do because I don't have the time. I've still got things to do. I've got merchandise that you've asked me to create. I've got prizes to send out. I've got emails to answer. I've got videos I want to make. There's things I want to do. I've got to learn a song for MSK. There's many things I've got on my list to do. So I have to decide what is the best use of my time, because I don't have infinite amount of time. And every day I spend a few minutes setting up the Rumble stream and doing all my Rumble stuff, and every minute to me now has a monetary value and an emotional and a physical value. So I have to look at it and go, can I afford those 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes spent every day on Rumble when I could be doing something that earns me or rewards me in another way? So, you can't do everything. And I have given it a year of streaming 10 hours a day, and it's growing, not anywhere near the rate of YouTube, obviously, not even 0.1% of the growth, but I've given it a go. I'm still there. I'm waiting to hear back if they're going to pay me, and we'll see what happens. But I like the software. I like the platform. It looks fine. It's nowhere near as advanced as YouTube. It's not even close. But it's good. And you can see we got Zach there. Look, Rumble should have a nice pop. Rumble is doing good. Rumble is doing a thing. Rumble is doing a thing. It's doing a thing, all right. It's not paying me any money. Anyway, I heard about the postpone. That's unfortunate. Hopefully beneficial to the stock. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Not worried at all. Can you double check short interest for ASTI? I think it went up to 27%. Ooh, really? Yes, of course. ASTI, you're one of my members, of course. You can ask me to do anything. Ascent. You think 27%, do you? Insiders buying? No. It's down to 1.7%. ASTI percent shorted 1.7. It's dramatically gone down. It's dramatically gone down. No short interest at all. 1.7 is absolutely insignificant. ASTI. So no, short interest is disappeared. Expected March 22nd. People have given up. They're not. The short interest is virtually not there at all. Just as you wanted to leave, you got an audience. Maybe it's a sign to stay. Yeah. Morning all. I'm still there. Just haven't pulled the plug yet. Morning all. Sorry I've been out. Randy B. Lovely to have you back. How you been? Hopefully Rumble get together and start paying their creators. Hopefully. Weird FinTech said 27% of your is weird. FinTech said 20%, so yours is more accurate, obviously. FinTech. The bell has gone. Here we go.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire.
Let's go.
This is Phoenix.
Virgin Galactic going down. Virgin Galactic is on the way down this morning. $1.70. And Palantir on the way down. It's up, but going down. Gold going down. The S&P 500 is up today, 0.46. On the way up. Amazon up today. Apple is up today, 0.27. NextEra Energy is on the way down. Enphase going down. Coca-Cola up 0.21. J&J defensive stocks are up finally. Kenvue up 0.21. Chevron going down 0.29. Tesla on the way down 176. Could see $110. Rivian up today. Holo is down 6.2%. McDonald's up 0.28. Google flat. Microsoft 0.97. Let me add here Nvidia. I'm going to put Nvidia here on the list. NVDA. We should have it on the list. Up 2.36 today. Walmart up 0.4. Tilray, rubbish, up 0.9. Robinhood is up today 0.18. IonQ is up but pulling back. Rocket Lab is down 5%. It's following Virgin Galactic 1.33, but Rocket Lab is a lot lower this morning, down 5%. Plug Power is up 0.26. Rumble is up today 9%, 10%, 10.5%. Rumble is flying this morning. Funware is down 0.48. FFIE 12 cents. You can buy the whole company now for $5 million. Yep, $5 million. The whole thing. Up 2%. Bitcoin up 0.65. Polygon down 1.65. XRP up 0.98. And back to ASTI, it's moving up, down at the moment 0.58. And let's look at FSR as well. Fisker is down 4%, 4.5%. There we go. Let's look at the crypto bubbles. The biggest winner today is INJ, 19.2. INJ is 19.2 today. And there is your rundown today. 8:33 in the morning on March the 12th. There is your positions today on the stock market. Steve Bell, Wally, Nonny. Anyone has some news on Rocket Lab? NNDM moving up. Nicola going up. Let's have a look at Nicola as well for you. NKLA. Nicola today is up 0.66. 0.66, and it's just pulling back. Now then, we look back at our question we had earlier from Buckaroony. There is a perfect example of what we were talking about this morning. If you'd sold this morning at 34, you could have now bought the whole thing back at 32. So yes, you would have sold for a loss, but your value of cash here was higher than it was here, and you could now buy it back more. So you'd benefit from this drop rather than losing with this drop. So there we go. Just put that into context. All right. There we go. Welcome everybody to the show this morning. Let me go over now to Discord and see what we have. Ed Nevius' tips. Ed Nevius' tips. Great scalp tips. Ed's making money. People that are watching Ed in the Discord are making money. This is Ed Nevius' tips. What's he looking at this morning? These are the market movers. CLRO, NUKK, SGLY, RGLS, IONM. There's a few there on his list. This is Ed Nevius' tips. Now, if you want to be part of Ed Nevius' tips, you need Discord. It's YouTube members only. We don't have scammers and bots. This is what you do. You click on the Discord link. I've just given you the Discord link. There you go. You've got the Discord link. Then what you do is you send me a friend request. Spell my name correctly, MartynLucas. Then please share your Discord username in the YouTube chat. It's important that you do that so I know who it is. Otherwise, I can't accept a friend request from a non-member. Okay, I will then confirm it's you and I will upgrade you and you can get access to all of this great content. In the breakfast bar this morning, we've got Mike always there. Oh, that looks nice. Is that that looks like, what is that? Mushrooms and cheese. I like that. Mushrooms and cheese from Mike this morning in the breakfast bar. General chit chat. Ed sent in here. Buy. This is the S&P 500. This is Eric B, who's using my strategy at the moment. I like it. So there you go. Sensei's got some things in his Discord server you might like to be part of as well. I can see. I'm not going to share with you as it's a premium service. Sensei. One thing I'd like to mention to you about, you might like this idea, you have Sensei Crypto tips here on our account, and there's been no action since back in September. I know you run a premium service, so you have it on your server, which makes sense. But I'm just saying that what the most popular channel on our server is Ed Nevis's tips. People love this. It's very, very active, very, very busy. You might like to be active in our server and build your presence there. Just as a suggestion, you might find that beneficial. Anyway, let me give everybody all the links this morning to everything you need. We've got a few links to share with you. Alpha Spread is the software that I use. So there is the Alpha Spread information. I'm going to just answer a question about Alpha Spread this morning. I got a question about the short interest. Kevin B. This is very, very important. Very, very important, this. I have had a discussion with the CEO of Alpha Spread, and I've talked to other tech providers who provide content. I also have my own platform, Live Streamer Cafe. So I know how this stuff works. And there's no individual site, really. No individual bit of information. And what I mean by that is there are infinite amount of companies, infinite amount of information that changes continuously, 24 hours a day. No one is writing this stuff in, right? No one is writing this stuff in. You can't write everything by typing it in, and because it's changing by the second. So whether you are Bloomberg, whether you are Alpha Spread, whether you are Mad Money, whether you are, Motley Fool, the list goes on and on and on and on. Yahoo Finance, whatever. They all have their own websites. They have their own structure and their own layout and their own designs and all the rest of it. But everybody subscribes to pools of information and pulls in information. So they write in code which pulls down information from this source, pulls down information from this source, and depending on who you're subscribing to and so on and how you lay it out, we all have, if you like, the same information. Now, the information is only useful if it's created correctly originally at the source. And things change all the time. And I've spent before I got into Alpha Spread, I spent a lot of time looking at multiple platforms and trying to see the differences. And you can. It does happen. There are delays, time delays. Somebody will say something and it will appear somewhere else 5 minutes later. And it's just the way it is. And that is the best information that we have, because at the end of the day, the information is changing so quickly. And I just wanted to, update you, because like you just said, Kevin B just said there, weird because FinTech said 27%, so yours is more accurate. Well, all I can tell you is the sources that we use are up to date. They're all subscribed to, and the system works. But there could be information out that is delayed, so you could be looking somewhere else, and this information is behind the system, and it's about to be updated. There are many things that go on behind the scenes, but yeah, I mean, we've seen that before. We've seen dates not posted on Robinhood for earnings because they're not sat there writing it down. There's not a little man writing everything down. We've seen the date get posted on the company website, but it's not appeared on Robinhood, but it's appeared somewhere else. Now, Robinhood are smarter than me. They've got, everybody's smarter than me. They've got better information. They've got bigger computers, thousands of people working for them. They're responsible for billions of dollars of money, but they get it wrong. And, you can only go with the information that you have. And, when you've got newscasters, presenters, anchors on TV, they're reading the information that's presented to them. And that information could be incorrect, could be out of date, but they're reading it. That person can't go and check that information. You rely on the system that runs before you. So, yeah, I mean, just bear that in mind. It does happen all the time. Right. CPI data this morning you're talking about? Yeah, it's important. Core inflation today. Core inflation is. Oh, let me go through it. Let me go through this. You want this information? That's important. Yes, but your number of shares would be much less. Number of shares would be less. Not if you bought back. Not if you bought back lower. They wouldn't. You've got more money to. When you buy back lower, you'd have more shares. They'd just be worth less, but you'd have more shares. Good morning, everyone. FSR under 30. Yeah. What a dive. Yes. Down 10%. Good morning. CPI news. Richard Garcia. All right. Let me cover it for you. Here we go. So there are several metrics here to cover. The US core prices. Let me zoom in as much as possible. US core prices. This is the core CPI, which exclude volatile items such as food and energy, rose by 0.4% from the previous month in February 24, the same as in the previous month and above market expectations. Core rose above expectations. That is not a good sign. Means that rates could still stay high, right? But they were never pulling back in March. Those that jumped the gun and said they were got carried away. They were never to be reduced in March. I've always said it's late spring, summer, and I still stand by that. And I've been standing by that now for a year and a half. The index for the personal care and the index of household furniture operations were among those that decreased over the month. So that's the core. Let me give you some more information. There's quite a bit to unpack here. So the core inflation, month over month, 0.4, previously 0.4, expected to be 0.3. So it had gone up, but that's the core. There's also core inflation year on year. This is the important one. Core inflation year on year was 3.9 last time. It's now 3.8. So it's come down, but not as much as 3.7 was expected, but it has come down. Core inflation year on year. Zoom in for you a minute. Right. the annual core, this is the annual, not the month now, the annual core consumer price inflation rate in the United States, which excludes volatile items such as food and energy, eased to a near 3-year low. That's good, but not as much as we expected, of 3.8 in February, but down slightly from 3.9. That's good in January, but above market forecasts. So what this means is the market has got carried away. We've been buying and buying and buying and expecting rates to come down in March. They're not coming down in March. They're coming down in the summer. And inflation is cooling. It is coming down. But prices still keep rising. They're just rising slower. But they're not rising slower as we expected. They're not slowing as much as we expected, but they are slowing. The shelter index, accounting for roughly 2/3 of the total 12 months increase in all items less food and energy, increased by 5.7 in February, slowing from 6% rise in the prior month. Prices also softened for recreation, up 2.1 versus up 2.8. Personal care, 4.2 versus 5.3. But continued to rise significantly for motor vehicles, up 20% as in January, and medical care up 1.4 versus 1.1. So some things are up, some things are down. But what this does mean, it does mean we are still bringing inflation down, but not as much as the market expected. The market's been overbuying. That's why we've been rallying for such a long time. And now today we're trimming. But we are still moving in the right direction. So what you've got today is an opportunity. It's really bad news, though, for people like Fisker who borrow money. It's really bad for people who buy cars. It's really bad for people who are going to fly with Virgin Galactic. It's all about the debt position and the luxury purchases. EVs and space is all in that sector. So we need to understand that, and we can find a way to get a discount with the market today. Carp fishing. I have just joined Discord. It takes 10 minutes to get through the security. I'm not able to accept your friend request. You will not be able to see any of the channels because it's members only. We do that because we only have members in there. There's very important, very critical information with Ed's scalp trading tips and so on. And it's reserved for members only. If we open it up to the general public, Carp, not suggesting that you are for a moment, but if we open it up to the general public, we get scammers, we get bots, we get people trying to con people. They pretend to be me. You might even now get a friend request from someone pretending to be me. I never do that. You send me a friend request, as I've explained, but I can't accept it because you're not a member of our channel. Here is the YouTube membership. It's a extremely good value membership. That's why 98% of my members are. My viewers are members, highest engagement rate of any channel on YouTube, 98%, everyone's a member. They will tell you they get 20 times back what they put in. Okay. Right, we got one final number I wanted to cover. Inflation rate month on month as well. Here's the inflation rate month on month. So there's a few little bits of information here coming for you. Here we go. Inflation rate month on month. The consumer price index in the United States increased by 0.4 month over month in February, the most in 5 months compared to 0.3. So overall, inflation's coming down, but not over the year. But this month was slightly more and slightly ahead of expectations. Prices for shelter, 0.4, gasoline, 3.8, contributed over 60% of the increase. Meanwhile, food prices were unchanged. Excluding food and energy, core consumer price also rose 0.4%, the same as in January, and higher than forecasts of 0.3. There's one final metric I want to share with you. Inflation rate year over year. That's 3.2 compared to 3.1. Lots of information here. I know it gets a little bit overwhelming, but we have to go through it. Annual inflation rate in the United States unexpectedly edged up to 3.2 in February 2024, compared to 3.1 in January, above forecast of 3.1. Energy costs dropped much less than expected, down at 1.9. We don't need to go for all that again. So what this means is, no surprise. We've had a month when it's been slightly worse than expected. What this means is exactly what I expected. Nothing has changed. My strategy hasn't changed. I'm green again, as you can see. What we've got now is the markets are heavily overbought. People are very bullish. We're still going to get rate cuts. Nothing's changed. However, people priced in rate cuts from March. They now know that isn't going to happen. The market has cooled a little bit. It sold off a bit today. It's bounced right back again, though. I am looking to, I've got until the end of this week, till Friday, to add more in the S&P. I'm using my free portion of my margin. Up to $1,000 is free. Because I'm going to get paid on the 21st, so I can clear that and bring myself back into the positive again. As I'm only a few days away, 9 days away, I'm not going to pay much interest on 9 days because I'm going to be paid. So what I can do is I can spend another $2,000, which is what I'm going to bring into my account. I can spend $2,000 on margin, where I will pay interest, but only for 9 days, so it will be less than $1. But I will then be able to get $1.80 per share of the S&P, because the ex-dividend date is approaching. I need to be in by Friday. So comfortably, I could probably wait till Monday, but comfortably, because it has to settle, the stock has to settle to get your dividend. So it's worth me paying $1 in interest, and it wouldn't even be $1. It wouldn't even be $1. It'd be less than that, to gain $1.80 per share, and I'm going to get about 4. So clearly it makes sense. And because the numbers are in today, is the market can continue to rise? It will, but not as fast as we might have liked, because there'll be a slight pullback. But rates, I've never budgeted for the rates to come down in March. I budgeted them, which is March 20th, by the way, and we'll be covering the FOMC report live on the show. I expect the rates to come down by the summer, which is what I've said now for the longest time, nearly a year and a half. I stand by that. So the Fed will win this battle. Inflation will come down. It is coming down. Rates will come down. This presents me, between now and Friday, the opportunity to buy some more S&P at a lower level. If that happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Maybe we'll get on the March 20th, which would be too late for me to get this month's dividend payments. But March the 20th, on FOMC report day, we will get volatility that day anyway. And even if it was good news or bad news, you get the volatility, you get the sell-off. So it's like a January sale on FOMC day with Jerome Powell's report. You get volatility, just like an earnings. So even though I won't get the dividend, it wouldn't hurt me to wait, because on March 20th, on FOMC report day, we'll cover it live on the show, there might be this immediate drop when he speaks and then back up again, and I can buy it then, even though I won't have the dividend. You know, I might get a better price, and it might actually be worth more to me than the $1.80 or thereabouts. We get the confirmed dividend payment, I think, on the 14th on Thursday. Anyway, it's worth it, Carp. Do it, says Yardstick. Yardstick, I still have my Fisker shares. FSR reverse split to $3. It will get there for sure. If only a proposal from Nissan comes out, then it will go up again. I think you're right. I think you're right. What we've got this morning is an overreaction. Let's get this. In fact, this is a good video. This is a perfect video. What's the time? It is 124. 124 FSR. Okay. So actually applies to Virgin Galactic as well. Fisker, overreaction. Let me explain. CPI out today, inflation figures. That's exactly why Fisker has gone down today. This was no surprise. No surprise to me because I play chess, not checkers. Fisker's gone down and it's already rebounding. Today presented an opportunity, I think, to get the stock at a very, very good price. Let me explain. We've just been covering it live on the show. If you'd like to go back to our live show this morning, you can see I did full detail about the CPI. Basically, we got CPI this morning and inflation is still coming down, but it's not down as much as the market expected. There was a slight rise this month, but the overall year has still come down. But this month, a little bit of a scare. It was up more than the market expected. So we've seen a slight sell-off this morning. Not that much. If I share with you my S&P, you can see I'm green again. Everything looks fine. No problems at all. Everything is green in the garden. But FSR is down. Now, it's not the only thing down. Space is down today, whether it's Virgin Galactic or Rocket Lab. Why is it down today? And what do you do with it? Well, it's very simple. The market is priced in and keeps pricing in a rate cut next week on the FOMC report. End of March, March 20th. We'll cover it live on our show. Join us for that. I'll put the links below. They priced in a rate cut. I have said for a year and a half, there is no rate cut. The rate cut will come in the summer. This is a little scary month, but overall, the rates are coming down. Remember, prices are still going up. But why has Fisker been so impacted when I'm still green and everything's great in my garden? Well, the reason is space, EVs, high expensive things to buy, solar, all of these things are down because they're expensive products to purchase when interest rates are high. It scares people. So people think that the rates, the value is going to go down. The price is going to go down. So they sell it because people aren't buying cars. People aren't going on spaceships and rockets with Virgin Galactic. Makes sense. But more importantly than that, these are companies that are high in debt. They've got a lot of debt. So they don't want the rates to go up or stay up for longer. That's very expensive for them. So the market has reacted correctly and sold the stock. However, when one person starts selling, everybody starts selling. And as what happens, as always, one thing we can guarantee is greed. We can guarantee overreaction, overbuying, and overselling. We've been overbuying for ages across the main index, not Fisker, of course, we've been selling. But right now, we are selling and we're overreacting. And interest rates will be coming down in the summer, but it might take a little bit longer. They're not coming down in March. So we've got a sell-off this morning. So this is exactly as expected. This should come as no surprise to anyone. If you budgeted correctly, you'll be able to buy the dip anyway, because like I explained on an earlier video of the Fisker strategy and how to manage your risk and investments, you should have money on hand now to be able to buy this again. So there you go. Click above my head. I broke it down in a very detailed video of how to get in and out of Fisker or any high risk stock. Above my head, down below in the description, you should check that out. It was an answer to one of my members a full strategy, a full 7 move strategy, like playing chess as opposed to playing checkers. Over here, you'll find that video and more information in the series. Fisker is down today. Shouldn't come any surprise to you. It's all part of the game, but it is an overreaction, and it does present you, if you are an investor, with an opportunity. Till next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Virgin Galactic down today. No surprise, really. And I apologize for my live viewers who are watching this live. You know what I'm about to say. This is an important message, though. And it's doing exactly what the EVs are doing. It's doing exactly what the solar stocks are doing this morning. There should be no surprise to anyone. But it does present opportunity once again. We had our CPI figures this morning, core price index. We've had that this morning, consumer price index and different metrics. And the rates upset the market. Unfortunately, inflation is still coming down, but it's not going down as fast as we expected, the markets expected, and have already priced in. We got a slight rise this month, but overall the year is down. No surprise, exactly as we expected. I've been saying for a year and a half now that the rates would not come down in March, but the market don't care. They priced that in. They overbought the stock. Everything's been going up. The main index, that is, not Virgin Galactic, of course, but the main index has been going up. My portfolio is green again today, as it has been now for nearly a year and a half. We're in a bull market. Everything's rallying, but today we've got a bit of a scare. And what happens when we get a scare? The markets overreact. All right. We are still, though, across the main board, we are still in, if I share with you here, we are still in greed. People are still buying. The overall index is moving up. Stocks are doing very well. My portfolio has been green now for a year and a half overall. Looking very good indeed. But nevertheless, we are red today. FSR, we've got EVs. Why these stocks? Well, Virgin Galactic is down today because for 2 reasons. The first reason isn't the main reason. People don't go on rocket ships or buy solar or buy electric cars, new cars, when interest rates could be going up. Well, they're not going up. It's an overreaction. It's what always happens on the market. What is happening is we've got an overreaction because it looks like the Fed aren't winning the war. So these stocks sell off because people aren't going to be flying on rockets as much. But that's the least issue. The biggest issue, as it is affecting Fisker and our other stocks that we cover, EV stocks, they have debt like Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic, that one of their main catalysts is when interest rates come down, their balance sheet is going to improve because they're borrowing a lot of money. So they're not in trouble short term, but long term they would be if the rate stayed up forever and ever and ever. But we expect them to go down, and I still believe they'll go down in the summer. But what we got now is the market overreacting. But stocks, and that's expected for stocks of high risk. Stocks that are very risky anyway, very volatile. SPACs, they're high risk. EVs, space, solar. Any of these things that have had a hard time recently are being punished today. However, if you're an investor, it's great for you because anything under $2 is still a buy. But that's why Virgin Galactic has gone down today. And if we look across the board, I'll share with you Fisker. It's the exact same pattern. Look at it. Straight down, little blip, people trying to trade it. There it is. Let's look at Tesla. Exactly the same. Drop, little bounce. See that? Exactly the same. Let me go and look at solar. Next era energy, down, try to bounce back. End phase energy, down, try to bounce back. It's all across the board exactly the same as it always is. One thing we can predict with the stock market is people are greedy, people are selfish, people don't care, The stocks don't care you own them. And we get overreactions going upwards and we get overreactions going downwards. Today, we've sold the market. It presents an opportunity. Rates were never going to come down in March. They'll be coming down in the summer. If they don't come down, I am very, very, very confident they will remain the same. We are doing damage to the economy. We are doing what we need to do. We're cooling the markets down by having the rates where they are. They're high enough. They don't need to go higher. Holding them where they are is fine. Holding them where they are is doing the damage we need to do. It's like taking a medicine. It's doing what it's doing what it's intended to do. Just might stay longer, high for longer. And of course, to Virgin Galactic and to stocks that borrow money, that is very, very scary. But today is an overreaction. I believe it will come back. It presents investors an opportunity to buy more. Click above my head, down below in the description, over here and over here for more information I think you'll find useful in the series. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. FSR reverse split to $3. It will get there for sure. Vincent, if only proposal of Nissan come out, yes. Roll the dice, gamblers. Cool, let's pump and dump. Let's scout, Vincent. Hope for this XRP guy isn't leading you down a dark hole. But this will get views. What will get views? What will get views? What are we on about? Really tempted to get back into Plug. Let's have a quick look at Plug for you. 73,000 Bitcoin. It's just gone above. There's Plug. Remember the manipulation on Plug? I've shown you on the show the manipulation on Plug. Very, very scary stuff. I think I got a friend request here. Connor and Kevin. Oh, hang on a minute. That's an outgoing friend request. Kevin 53342. You never accepted your friend request from me. Levin Hop. I sent you a friend request. I did receive a Connor, a friend request. I can't accept that, I'm afraid, because you're not a member. I think we've already established that, so I can't accept that, I'm afraid. Okay, just keeping you updated on the Discord. Nicola. Let's have a look at Nicola. NKLA. Nicola is on fire with its delivery trucks. I'm not really sure. I know. What do you mean by that, Fabian? However, Nicola's stock price is not. Oh, I see. So Nicola's on fire with its delivery trucks. However, the stock price isn't. No, it certainly isn't. You're absolutely right. So what do you mean it's on fire? It's not being reflected anywhere. Anyway. Portfolio looking good this morning. The overall index was okay with that. It's come back, as you can see. So we are green. Looking nice. Okay. Let's have a look this morning. How many people are watching? Oh, we've got a big audience this morning. Could I ask everyone to do me a favor? We haven't done this for a while. We're going to do it this morning. Very, very important, folks, to tap the like button. It shares it out to more people, Really, really helpful. We've got 80 people watching, which is not bad, is it? Not bad. Most we can get is 40 likes. Please tap the like button. It helps promote the channel. It helps you, because if you like the content, it will show you again. If you don't like the content, please click the down like. I don't mind. I've got no problem with that. Then it won't show my content to you anymore. So let's refresh the screen. Let's get to 40 likes. We've got 34 right now. 81. This is the extra channel, by the way. If you click my extra channel, it will take you to behind the scenes, just there. It's right at the top. And underneath here, you can see I've got all this merchandise. I've got different stuff and mugs and cups and stuff like that. If you ever get any merchandise, please send it in. Right, 34. Let's refresh the screen. There is now 44. There we go. We did it. Thank you ever so much, everybody that did that for me. I appreciate it very much indeed. Let's get rid of the music a minute. There you go. Right. Let's see now what is moving. Oh, by the way, I want to share something with you. I think I've still got it. Let me see. I wanted to share it when we got a nice audience, and we do today. So let me. Have I deleted it? I've deleted it. I've deleted it. Never mind. Yeah, I deleted it. I wonder if I can show you another way. Something you might find interesting. Here it is. We just passed yesterday, or the day before, a massive milestone. I think I've already shared it to some people, but we got some new people in today. 2 million views. We just passed 2 million views. It was just a couple of days ago, actually. And very, very exciting. Thank you to all of you that have supported the show. And it's hard to imagine sometimes you had 2 million views, isn't it? But there it is. 2 million views. You get this little plaque thing here. Look, 2 million views. It was achieved on March the 9th, actually. It was 3 days ago now. So, yeah, it's hard to imagine sometimes. And we should be at 20,000 subscribers within a week. Let me share that with you. You can see what's being looked at this morning. Nicola, I put a full interview yesterday with Nicola. It's doing very well on the channel, but we're up to now, look, 19,000. Whoa, 166. So we should be 20,000. Looking at the rate of our growth by the end, but within a week, 7 days, maybe less than 7 days. It's about 1,000 a week now. Anyway, let's read your comments. Good morning, Martin. Momo the Great, love to have you here. Martin, you have 2 million views. Any idea how many likes you have? That's a good question. How many likes? I don't know if it shows that. Let's have a look. Views, watch time, subscribers. How many likes? How many likes? I know it's 99.5% is up like. I'm just looking now. I don't know, audience, how many likes. Just having a quick look. My top audience is the United States. It's 93% male. My biggest audience is between 35 and 44 years old. Most people watch the videos and the shorts. The lives get the least views, only slightly. How many likes? I don't know if it shows that. I've never seen that metric before. I'll continue to look. William, yeah, but if they keep the wheels on, isn't Nicola in the right place at the right time? William, Fabian, your bon mot is, I'm not sure what that means. Hi, Martin, Guy Matthew. Have been away for a few days. Any update on Fisker? Yeah, we just updated Fisker a few moments ago, and I'm going to put it out as a video shortly. You might want to rewind that this morning if you want to, or I'll wait for the video. Hi, Martin, please, any comment on ASTI? Yes, the interview with the CEO was scheduled for today. It's been postponed to March 28th. I've got an interview with Paul Worley, the CEO of ASTI, Ascent Solar Technologies, but it's going to be a month away. March 28th. It's been postponed. You can see that on the homepage of the channel, upcoming live streams. You can see that. But yes, we had to change that. Now then, do we have here in the show today? Do we have Jonathan Santos and Yardstick? Yardstick, I know you're here, but can you just confirm you're still here? Jonathan Santos, are you here? Jonathan Santos, Yardstick, are you here? Are you here? Let's see if you are you here. Who else? Guy Matthews, you're very you're welcome. More information coming as well. Is Ahmed here? Mohammed Akai Saad here. Ranveer Lavoisier, John McGilvray, Bill Opperkirsch, Tokash Charles, or Michelle. Are any of you here this morning? If so, let me know. I've got your reviews done for you. If William, what country are you from? If you become a member, I can fly your flag for you, and I can also translate the show in your language. Here's the bunny, honey. There we go, Yardstick. There you go. I know you've already mentioned it, but I just wanted to knock it off my list, if you like, if you know what I mean. So Yardstick, I've let you know now. Holo micro cloud video is out. All right. I know you did it for another member, but I just wanted to officially tell you. So yes, it's just gone out. And there is the one I put out last night. Some of you have been asking about microcloud, hologram. I discovered some crazy stuff on this video with a flipping unsecure website, false information, unbelievable, really, really ridiculous. So there is that video. Yes, we referred to the Playboy video that I did. So you want to go and check that out. Absolutely, thanks. Thank you. You did it for somebody else. So anyway, there you go. Good morning, I'm here, Patrick G. I love the way people come in and announce themselves. I'm here. The show can start now. I love when people do that. I love the fact that people own the show and feel connected to it that way. I love that. Thoughts on SMXT as of now? I can look at it now. I have to focus on the members. Nicola's rebounded straight back up again. SXMT. Hang on a minute. SMXT. Whoops, hang on. SMXT. I've never reviewed this one, so I don't know. There's just a quick look at it. I can review it for you if you'd like to become a member. I can do a full analysis, but I make a video and do the earnings. But I've not looked at that one, so I don't know. Good morning. Any interest in NUKK or SAABF? Trey this morning is asking the question to you all. Morning, I'm here. Absolutely. I'm sure you heard of Eric Carmen. All by myself. I want to record it today. I absolutely want to record that today. Is it all by myself, isn't it? Yeah, I've got it to do. Yeah. Thank you, Tony Footer. You're very welcome. I'm sorry I can't do more for you right now. Nicola, bouncing back. The overall market is bouncing back. Let's look at FSR. Yep. See? There it is. Everything. And I wouldn't be surprised if Virgin Galactic's doing the same. There you go. Coming up. Same. No surprise. The markets are very easy to understand after a while. Anyway, let me give you the alpha spread. Let me give you StockTwits. Here's the music channel. I'm going to be recording today all by myself. It'll be on the music channel later. There is how to become a member. There's Instagram. There's Facebook. There is my X account. There's the all links for the newsletter. There is the extra channel. Great. Everything done. Please, any thoughts on platinum reference H2 market? I haven't got any information on that. I could review it and study it for you, but we're focusing on the members at the moment, which is what we have to do. So our next review. Oh, hello. Hang on a minute. What's this? Trey, let the chat vote. Oh, you want to, Trey, you know you should become a member, Trey. If you become a member, a super chat, I could do a review for you, cover the earnings and many other things. But that's very nice of you to do a super chat. You become a member and you could have so much more. But yes, it is a member's perk, though, that we do a poll. But I've never had anyone super chat me who's not a member and say, can you do it? It is a members only perk. So I'm not sure what to do with that, but I've never had that before. Let the chat vote, SABF or NUKK. I'm afraid I'm going to have to stick to what I've always stuck to. It's a members perk. I would love to do that for you, and you can ask them. But if I break the rules for you, then suddenly everyone goes, well, I can get what I want without being a member, and I can do what I want. So
let the chat vote. Saab for NUK.
SAABF or NUKK. I can do a poll, and I can also do a poll on X if you are a member. But it is a member's perk for a poll, I'm afraid. As much as I appreciate your super chat, it is a members only perk. And if I start doing things like that, then of course the whole system's going to fall apart, isn't it? And I'm sure you can appreciate that. But thank you so much for your super chat. As we live longer, we're going to hear a lot of our music friends are passing. I know, Mike. I know. I felt old when Michael Jackson died. There is news internally of Nikola that says that more parts are arriving and thus increased production. Adding to that, now Fabian, again, same for you. If you become a member, I can upgrade your account on Discord. You can send in that link. I can make a video on it and I can promote that and put that out. Members send links for YouTube. So if anyone's got anything on Nikola this morning that wants to send that in, let me have a look. Links for YouTube. Let's honor the poll. Oh, hello. There you go. Yardstick has, who is a member, has supported Trey K. So Trey K, you have got a member who's asked for you to do a poll. How nice is that? So there we go. Here we go. We're going to do a poll for our member. This has been donated to Trey K. please vote. Which stock? There you go. Please vote which stock. Before you give an answer, I will share with you what they are. SAABF and NUKK. All right. Okay, so let me share with you on the screen. Look at all the stocks coming back, exactly like we said, really. SAABF. Well, SAABF isn't showing up on Robinhood, and NUKK is. NUKK is Nucleus. Nucleus is a financial technology company, engages in the provision of blockchain-enabled technology solutions.
Let's honor the poll. Heart.
There we go. And SAABF is not on Robinhood, but I might find it over here. SAABF. We keep everything on Robinhood so we can be fully transparent with everything. SAABF. Very different companies. Engage in the production of sale of products, services, and solutions of military defense, commercial aviation. So it's a very unusual poll. It doesn't really make any sense. One is to do with military defense, and the other one is to do with it's a fintech company. One is a penny stock. One is a penny stock. And one is $82. So they are very, very different companies. 82 billion in assets. What's the market cap of this company? This has got a relatively decent balance sheet. It's a very different. It's Sweden. 112 billion is the market cap, whereas if we look at your other one, it's a very strange request, I have to say, is 19 million. So it's a poll. You asked for it. A member provided it for you. So there you go. Would you invest in this fintech company, which is a penny stock, or this military company, aerospace, defense, which is a 112? It's like saying, would you invest in Virgin Galactic or would you invest in Amazon? They are completely different. Rocket Lab and Virgin Galactic, Bitcoin and Ethereum. But anyway, strange is the way. Fair enough. There's your poll. There is your poll. I've never done a poll like that before. That's interesting. Anyway, there's your poll. Okay. Siri liked the poll. Thank you. My pleasure. Yeah, thank you very much for doing that. All right. Now then. I don't know the rules. I'm sorry. Basically, if you become a member at Trade K Ultimate Life, you get 20 times back what you put in. It's why everyone's a member. 98% are members. You can always cancel, but I think you'll find it's great value. And if you're a member, we celebrate your birthday. You get birthday cards. You can have a poll. You can have a review of a stock. We can do a earnings for you. I answer all your questions on YouTube. I tag you in viral posts on social media. The list goes on and on and on and on. Bought some FSR at 31 and some IonQ at 975. FSR. I mean, that was the way to go this morning. We said it was an overreaction, and it was. No surprise. No surprise at all. The market's overreacted this morning. You can see my overall portfolio. Look at it. Markets are up. They oversold on the reaction. And now we've hit 72,000, which is my all-time high. Which is great. Another all-time high. Very nice indeed. There it is. Doesn't look like I'm going to get a dip to buy any more S&P, and that's absolutely fine. Oh, sorry, I didn't proofread. That's all right. Holo is up today, 10%. I showed you a ridiculous analysis of Holo yesterday. Absolutely ridiculous. How anyone can invest in this, I have no idea. But anyway, let me now do our next review. We have 2 earnings this evening on the main show and this show. 2 earnings. Hopefully you'll join us for one of those. I'm covering Heron Therapeutics and Sensei is covering Funware on the Extra channel. But right now, it's time for another stock review. This time, we are talking HQGE. HG Global Educate. Oh, that must be HG. I got HQ. I don't think that can be right. Let's have a look. HG Global. No, that's not right. Global Education. I've been given the wrong name. If I get the wrong name, I can't do anything about it. I don't know what you want. And Shana Took is not here. Global Education. Global Educate HQ. No. Global Education. I've got HG. No, I'm going to have to move on, I'm afraid. There's actually nobody here for any of these reviews. Let me see if any of these people are in right now. Do we have Shana Took, Jim Debussy, Jonathan Santos, James 007, Salty Biscuit, Adnan Manor, Mr. Mankey, or Apogee? In order in that list, are anybody in? Because there's no point. There's no point doing it if you're not in. Let's see what happens. Anyway, Holo, the gamble at its finest. Holo just jumped. Yes, there it goes again. Look, unbelievable. Be very careful. Passing music heroes. If hologram tech is perfected and is economical, would you produce hologram album for prosperity? Interesting. I made my VU daily investment this morning at 4697 and up it goes. Congratulations, well done. I think I'll gamble a little bit after all this is undervalued by 86%. Holo seems to pop when most of the market goes down. Apogee, Dustin Turner. Dustin Turner is here. Martin, why do some stocks have 2, for example, ASTI NASDAQ, and there's another ASTI, both same but slight differences? Because stocks can trade on different indexes. It's like VU and SPY. Their inception date is different. They're exactly the same. Like, indistinguishable. You can't tell the difference of the stocks that are in the SPY and that are in the S&P 500. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. The S&P 500, to access it, is VOO. There's several ways to access the S&P 500. The most popular two is SPY, SPY, and VOO, VOO. Right? There's others, but they're the two most popular, and they're different prices. And people go, well, what's the difference? They're exactly the same. If you look at the shares that are in the basket of funds, exactly the same. The number, the allocation and the percentage is like virtually indistinguishable. There's a slightly higher cost to managing the SPY because it's got more volume in it. But if you're just holding the stock like I am, and you're just a retail investor, and you don't trade millions of times a day, there's no difference. You're not going to see the difference. VOO is the preferred choice for the retail investor. SPY is the preferred choice for the professional, Wall Street trader, millions of trades a day. There's no difference, but they're different prices. And because the inception date when they were set up, but it's basically the same thing. And that can happen with a company. It also trades on another index. So, it was set up on a different index. You see that a lot. Some might be on extra chat. Oh yes, I'm just looking over there now. Thank you, the extra channel. Yes, good idea. Kevin, have a look. Hang on. No, there isn't anybody in the extra show right now. Thank you. Back will report earnings 20th of March. Worth a look into. Mr. Clockwork, how are you? Oh, you're not a member anymore. What happened there? I vote that it's called SPUD. A cheap S&P 500 ETF is SPLG, same as SPY and VOO, but $50. There you go. There's an example. There's an example of it right there. Now, I don't know about SPLG. I've never looked at it, but it may very well be exactly the same again. It's just different inception date, so it's had less chance to grow, but it grows at the same rate. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter whether you buy $50 of SPY, $50 of VOO, and I'm assuming, I don't know, I've not looked at SPLG, but I'm assuming it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. It's all about the growth, And but of course, if you can't afford and you're not able to access a fractional sharing, or you can't buy a whole share of VOO, for example, at $400 or whatever it is now, then $50. But not everyone can access fractional sharing, and not everyone can afford a whole share. So you have to remember that. Right, Dustin G. Looks like Dustin G is going to jump here because nobody else is here. All right, so let me do that now. Only because those earlier ones, I don't know what there's a few in there which I'm not sure what they are. So Dustin G, Apery. Apery Therapeutics. You didn't give me the ticker symbol. Is it APGE? Can you just confirm it is? Is this the one? Apery Therapeutics, APGE. I have to be sure. No point in getting it wrong. APGE. Okay. Can you just confirm that? There you go. APGE. There it is. Alrighty then. It's not halted on Robinhood, and it's going straight back down. Why would anyone buy this rubbish? I did analysis for you yesterday and proved to you it's in a complete and utter. It's not even a roulette wheel. It's a Russian roulette wheel. It's as ridiculous and as dangerous as you could possibly humanly imagine. Why on earth would you buy this? You can reach your goals without the drama and the stress and the complete nonsensery of it. Look at that. You might as well go into a Russian roulette wheel and go, give me the gun, I'll aim it at my head, and I'm either going to be a billionaire or dead. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, value life. I don't understand why people buy that. I really don't. Yeah, of course it is. And then it'll go up again, and it'll go down again. It's like, yeah, it's great if you can catch it at the right moment, but the chances are you won't, and the chances are, you know, most people will lose money, and you'll think, well, what was all that about? So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not touching it, but I wish you the best if you do. Right. Lining up a review here. APGE. APGE. Hang on. AP. Oh, no. How long's this been around for? Oh, that explains it. That explains it. I was thinking, why can't I do that? But now I understand. I understand you can't do back tests and dividends. It's not been around long enough. All right. We're looking at Apery now. Okay, I'm just getting this ready for Dustin. Bit weird. March the 5th. Okay. Just preparing it for you. Very little news on the stock. Not a great deal of information around it. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Time for another stock review for one of my members. Let's have a look. Your sayings about Holo and Virgin Galactic had been to 60 and back to $1. So, so if you believe in your company, buy more. Good morning. Good morning, Zax8. You buy at 7 and sell 6 months later. I looked into it. It is a pattern stock. Kevin B. If trading was based on belief, I would simply choose to believe all my stocks. Believe all my stocks would go into the moon. BKKT is a crypto stock and will report earnings on the 20th of March after 8 days. Worth checking it, Mr. Clockworth. Thank you. I bought into SMTX before the open day. It was up 40%. They halted trading on it. Now it's plummeting. I bought 5,000 shares to ride it out. Dustin. Okay, Dustin, this is for you. Cut that there. Okay. I've told everybody about Paul Worley. It's been postponed today, but it'll be coming up on the 28th of March, right? He postponed the event. He was busy today, so we had to reschedule, but that's fine. No problem at all. So Dustin, this is for you. Let me check my time. And let's do this now. 2 hours 15. Okay. Time for another stock review. This time we're talking Apery Therapeutics, ticker symbol APGE. Yep, we're back in the laboratory again today and looking at the white powder and everything around therapeutics today. A very interesting one, this one. I'm going to give you a full breakdown of the stock. Remember, I only own the S&P 500. I'm completely impartial and unbiased. I'm just going to give you the facts. So we're going to look at the website. We're going to look at some latest news, what the company's all about. We're also going to look at the latest developments from the company. I'm also going to give you a profit and loss, the balance sheet, a solvency score, a profitability score, inside trading. What's the short interest like? Can you make money on this stock? Is it right for you? Well, we're going to cover all of that in this review. So we are still in a bull market at the making of this video. So with interest rates primed to come down in the summer, as we've been saying now for a year and a half. Let's get straight into Apery Therapeutics. Note that I use the most advanced algorithmic software. This is made during a live show. People can comment during the making of this video. So if you are new here or watching it live, please tap the subscribe button. I make all my videos completely live with all the effects and B-roll. I do it as I talk to you on my own. There's no one else here. So let's get straight into the review. What is Apery Therapeutics? So we're going to start nice and simple and get more in depth. First of all then, Apery, $69 right now. And we've seen it opened here in 2023. It's very, very new. And it opened IPO back there in July. And unusually, we didn't get a drop like we normally do after we get a pop and then a drop. This is held and then steadily gone up and then suddenly exploded. That's what you want to see. The stock opens, doesn't get that much interest, so it doesn't get overbought or oversold, doesn't suddenly collapse, goes sideways, builds some ground, starts rising, does well, and then we get a breakthrough and boom. That's a nice chart. I like that. So far, I like it. What is it? Apery Therapeutics operates as a biotechnology company. It offers treatment of atopic dermatitis, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and related inflammatory and immunology. Let's show a bit more. Why not? The company was founded in 2022, headquartered in Waltham, MA. The listed name is APGE, Apery Therapeutics. Now, Michael Henderson, I'd like to have you on the show. I will never reach out, email, message you. I don't believe in spamming you. I don't believe in selling myself. But I do have an army of investors, and they will contact you. They will say, hey, I invest in this company, and I'd love you to be on the show. Your stock will rank #1 on Google and YouTube. All my stocks, nearly all of my stocks do now, and you'll get a lot more attention. I'm not here to pump and dump the stock. I only own the S&P. I'm fully invested in the market, but I don't own individual stocks. That way I can be impartial and fair and honest. And I love sharing stories of companies. We have CEOs on the show. We've got many more lined up in the future. We have special guests. They share their stories. They love to be on the show. They say it's better than like Bloomberg and CNBC and Mad Money. It's much more personal and real. We don't set up the questions beforehand. We have a conversation and we share it with the world in a very unique style. So if you do hear from the investors, please do reach out to me. Investors, you're watching this now, contact social media. Put this video on social media. Also investor relations. You can email below the video. I'll give you the link to the invite the CEO press kit. It's like a video I've made for you to pass on to the CEO. Makes your life a bit easier. And we hope to have Michael Henderson on the show. Massachusetts, around since 2022. If you're buying it on margin, it's regarded as not the highest risk. 60%, halfway up, of course. It's not the highest risk, but it is risky nevertheless. It's a market cap of $3.52 billion. The 52-week high is 71 and the 52-week low is 14. So it does look like it's volatile, except it's not really. It's been steadily rising with a little bit of movement. You know, the stock market isn't a straight line, but it's done all right so far. Now, the analysts who I never take this as a buy sign, Morningstar, they're paid, they're influenced, their reviews are of no interest to me whatsoever. But I will share with you here, and then I will show you my review later as we get into the numbers later on. They are saying it's a strong buy. Well, the market would suggest that too, because the price is up. They were losing money. They did improve Q3, and now they've just done Q4, and they've beaten on earnings. We are nearly cash positive now. That's a very, very good story. So far, it's a buy from me if I was buying the stock. We've gone from losing money to virtually making profit. To beating it again. Very good. Estimated to lose 49 cents a share, and they actually lost 32 cents a share. So we're doing very, very well, very much better. That's looking good. That's a very good trajectory, but of course, very early days. We don't have much information on the stock at all. Who else is buying this stock? This is very nice to see. Very nice to see. I'm not seeing any scammy stocks, rubbishy stocks. I'm seeing good businesses, which is unusual for a therapeutics company, because I was expecting to see other therapeutic companies. I'm guessing that this company isn't getting much attention right now, but perhaps it's attracting from retail investors, but it's attracting attention perhaps from institutions, the people that buy these sort of companies. Very interesting. All good stocks, all up. Good, some very good companies, very good Taiwan semicomputers, SoundHound good. I haven't researched CrowdStrike. I think I did this one. I'm not too sure about it now. AMD, I really honestly can't remember. And Nvidia, well, we all know the story of Nvidia. It's great, but it's overbought. Right? So that's good. Some good company you are keeping here. Okay, let's now move on because we want to know if we, as investors, can we make money on this stock if we buy this? If we research the numbers, can we make money from this stock? End of the day, we are here as investors to return on our investments. Let's now go over to the website and have a little look at the way it presents itself. Please tap the like button. I'd appreciate that. And subscribe and ring the bell if you like this content. All right, Apery. Some recent news, only out just a few days ago. Apery announces positive phase 1 interim data. Now, I'm going to just say at this point, therapeutics companies, biopharmaceuticals, all this kind of stuff, very risky because they spend a lot of money researching, a lot of trials, a lot of ongoing expenses. And if the trials go wrong or somebody dies or something doesn't pan out, things can collapse in moments. However, if they get a breakthrough and something that nobody else has been able to, break through, then the stock can go up, can explode. So a pharmaceutical stock, a therapeutic stock, or any of these kind of companies can do very, very well, but they can also collapse very quickly. So the risk to reward is there. So there's a good potential here to make money as long as things go well. But anyway, just thought I'd mention that. Let's have a look at the latest news. I'm going to zoom in as much as I can. In app topic, dermatitis, inflammatory diseases. Let's zoom in a little bit here for you. In fact, that's fine, I think. We're okay with that. Apery Therapeutics encouraging interim phase 1 data for APG 777, a promising lead product candidate aimed at addressing moderate to severe atopic dermatitis and other inflammatory diseases. The findings have already exceeded the company's trial objectives ahead of the planned schedule, according to Apery. Good. APG 777 is a novel subcutaneous monoclonal antibody. I always love these medical ones. They always catch me out with long words. With an extended half-life targeting interleukin IL-13, it enables extended dosing intervals and higher exposure levels in induction. The phase 1 trial is first in human randomized double-blind placebo-controlled study. The trial evaluated the safety and pharmacokinetics of APG 777 in healthy volunteers, enrolling 40 participants across 3 single ascending dose and 2 multiple ascending dose cohorts. Results from the trial showcase half-life of approximately 75 days across doses tested, with deep and sustained inhibition of key AD biomarkers for up to 3 months. Moreover, APG 777 demonstrated a favorable safety profile with single dose up to 1200 milligrams and multiple doses of 300 milligrams being well tolerated. Okay, I'm not going to go any more into that, and we'll be here all day, of course, but that's good. They've had some trials doing well. We like that. That's good for the stock. Things are going well. Let's have a look at the company. Just a bit more information. Our philosophy is simple. Our goal is to discover and develop new differentiated therapies for a range of I&I indications. We aim to accomplish this goal by focusing on known biologic drivers of disease and utilizing advanced antibody engineering to develop product candidates with optimized properties that have the potential to overcome limitations of existing therapies. We believe our approach will enable us to develop a portfolio of therapies that are differentiated compared to the currently available standards of care and address unmet medical needs of I&I indications. I apologize for turning around. Okay, just a little brief overlook of the website. I'm in dark mode, so it doesn't look too great in dark mode with me. Some websites are optimized for dark mode and some are not. This one doesn't look too great in dark mode. Right, now let's go into the numbers. At the end of the day, we want to know, can we make money from this? Remember, this is a very risky sector, but if they get it right, it can pay dividends and you can do very well indeed. So, shall we invest in this? Let's look over the numbers and make an informed decision whether it's right for you to buy the stock or not. Here we go. Now then, The stock has only been around for a short while, as we know, so we do not have all the information to hand. Intrinsic value is vital, and it's not available. We've not had the numbers yet from the company. Revenue, again, we do not have any numbers. Our latest numbers, which is nothing through from September 2023. Operating income was negative 86.6 million, down on the most recent range, 39%. Net income is down 29%. This is back in September. We haven't got anything since then. Okay, I mean, this is the information that we've been able to pick up. If we can't get information, then we can only present what we can. It is what it is. The balance sheet at the time, I can tell you now, this was updated March 12th today. This is updated information, but it's all the information that's available at the moment. This company's been around for a very short period of time. 426 million in assets, 17 million in liabilities. So obviously we don't have any long-term debt or even short-term. I suppose we could have short-term debt, but our balance sheet is good. It's all cash though. Like I said the other day, I could set up a business, have a perfect balance sheet with $10 because I've got $10, I've got no debts, I don't owe any money, and I've got a great balance sheet. However, can I make money from the business is different. Well, only time will tell. But we are well stocked in cash. But again, for a company like this, we can spend that on a trial. But anyway, 426 million is what we have, and no short or long-term debt. So the balance sheet is fine, but it's new. We don't have a lot of information. Operating margin, all this, none of it is showing. So it's very hard to say whether it's a company to invest looking at numbers. You can decide to buy the company because you like what they're doing and their trials are going well and so on and so forth. But to value the company, that's difficult to say at this stage. All right, negative free cash flow, 27. So negative free cash flow, negative operating income, negative net income, negative ROA, 27% profitability. That's what we're getting at the moment. But like I said, the balance sheet is great. They're not going to go bust at all. 81%. It's one of the highest, if not the highest, solvency scores I've seen. But as I say, if I started with $10 today and had no debts or expenses, I'd be 81% as well. It's starting in a good place. It's got cash, doesn't have any debts. Things are looking good, but we need more information. Wall Street, they have given it a target. Worst case scenario, $75, 14%. So you're going to outperform the S&P within a year. Worst case scenario. Again, it's only a forecast, but it's the lowest forecast. All right. Average forecast up 32%, and highest forecast is 51%. Thank you, Disciple, for your subscription. We are live making this video. The competition, you might want to check the competition out. I will give you a link to my software in a moment, and you can check that out. What about insiders? Well, we've got some good news here. During the last 12 months, insiders have bought $79 million worth of the stock. That's good. That was back here. That was Fairmont Funds Management. Now, isn't that what I said to you right at the beginning? It's not getting much attention from retail investors. It's getting attention from fund managers. It's getting attention from institutions. That's good. That's a very good sign. Retail investors aren't all over this. So I doubt if there's any short interest. I doubt that. We'll come to that in a moment. I'm reading this in real time. I'm learning as I'm reading this. I'm making these videos live. It's the way I do it. Let's have a look. There we go. Short interest, 9%. We do have some short interest, but not very much at all. 9.37. It is a certain amount. Significant extreme is over 20%, but we have 9%. We do have some short interest here. It's not as low as Amazon and Apple, for example, which is virtually none. But we do have some short interest, but like I expected, either none or very little. All right. There is no sentiment. There is no news. No one's talking about it. No one's reporting on it. There's been no media sources here detected. There's nothing. Nothing at all. So this is an unknown quantity right now. So I will make a prediction, and I will tell you now that I would expect that we'll rank number one for this on Google and YouTube, or at least on YouTube, within a week. Within a week, with our numbers and the people that follow our channel. So if the CEO or the company came on the show, I'm sure that they would benefit from this and draw attention to the retail investor, those that watch our show and those that look for stock related information. So there we go. Can we give this a buy? Well, it's got a good balance sheet, but it's new. It would have well, not necessarily. You could start a business without any money, of course, but it's got a good balance sheet. Not a huge amount of money for what we need to do here, though. But nevertheless, it does have some money. Very limited information that I can find right now, so I'm not able to really update any further than this. So I can't say it's a buy. Purely because I would just be guessing. I would be guessing, and it would be no more than that. But if we look at it, if we just scroll down just a moment, look at the market cap. It's a strong buy from the analysts. Wall Street are giving it a good run. The earnings is moving on, is in the right direction. We've just beaten on earnings by a significant amount, actually. We've got cash. We don't have any debt. If you like this sector, obviously you know it's high risk anyway. We've just heard from the latest trial. It's going well. It's got good company. So I guess it's a potential buy with more research. Absolutely. So click above my head for further information. Down below in the description, you'll find links to Alpha Spread, which is what I use. If you like this software, you can get it for free or a premium version. My members get a discount, a lifetime discount. So you can do that and you'll end up getting my membership for free. And over here, I'll put more reviews. I've done over 100 now. I'm continually doing my reviews for my members. And there you go. So for me, it's a potential buy for the reasons that I've given, but not a buy today. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. All the good news also wouldn't mean guarantee FDA. Yeah, all the good news also wouldn't mean or guarantee FDA approval. That's very, very true. You get all that way, and then it all just falls flat at the last thing. Dustin Turner, you are very, very welcome. I hope that was of some use to you. I will put that video out later. When it comes out, it will premiere in a few hours. Make sure that you watch that and share that. And if you like the stock, share that and the video that will be in the description, the invitation to the CEO. Share it on social media, add it to Facebook groups, join a Facebook group or Reddit group with the stock. Set one up yourself if you want to, if you're really interested in the stock, and see if you can get the CEO on the show, and let's see if we can get it to rank on Google and everyone talking about it. But thank you very much indeed for your super chat and bringing that to the attention of our audience. All right. Okay, that's it from me today. I've got to prepare for the earnings this evening. We've got a lot to do. Let me now make sure that this live broadcast stream goes directly to our 24-hour chat, 12-hour chat, I should say that really. Where we are live right now. There you go. It will go there automatically. Let me check a couple of things. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay. This is where we are right now. Let me give you the link. If you'd like to join me, I will be off air, but this behind the scenes will continue. And let me refresh that. I don't know why it's not loading. And I'll give you the link now, and you can join me for the chat. That way you can keep the community together. I'll post it 3 times so you can see it. Let me have a look. What's going on there? For some reason, it's not loading. It is still there. People are still with me. I'm just not sure why it's doing that. Let me go back into there and try again. I have no idea why that's doing that. Well, hopefully it will go to you, because I can see it streaming on other windows. But hopefully it'll be there when you go to it. It's a bit odd. Anyway, there is the link to the event. Let me give it to my Rumble audience. Welcome to all of you. Oh, hang on a minute. What have we got here? Habak. You should stay another 2 months to see if it increases with the new cloud interest. People might start to hear about Rumble more and more. But it's all your call in the end. Wish you the best. That's very kind of you, Mindset. Also, Zach, I'm a lot of Rumble stock and I'm Amped the news holding. I sent Rumble customer service a message yesterday that they should contact you and they need to do all they can to keep as much content on the platform as possible. And they need to make it a win-win. Buy Rumble stock and hurt these shorts companies that have kept Rumble stock low for so long. It's doing nothing but growing and expanding. Let's go Rumble. Okay, well, thank you very much for reaching out. That's very, very kind of you. Really, really kind. Thanks a lot. Let me just drop this link into the 24-hour chat. That's still not doing it. New tab to the right. Let's see. Let's go YouTube. Let's go YouTube. Let's go extra channel. Load it on a whole new tab. It's really weird because it's loaded on other channels, other screens. Oh well, that's the world of being online. You can't understand it sometimes. It's I've got it on other monitors around the studio working fine, but on this page it won't load. I don't really know why. Can't work that out. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. So I'm going to send you the link there. Hopefully you'll join me there and hopefully it'll be working fine. If not, I don't know why. But anyway, I'm going to end the show now. It's time for Day Trader of the Day. Are you up? Are you down? Are you in? Are you out? Let's see who's winning today. So let's do Day Trader of the Day. I am up today 1.0%. That's nice. Up 1.02%. I am up. Let's see who wins today. Are you ready? It's time for Day Trader of the Day as we roll the credits.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Let's roll those credits. See who wins today. Stars of our show today, subscribers, Davidek Bick, the 10th Muse, Disciple Overland. These are just the public subscribers. Super Chats, Buckaroony, Trey K Ultimate Life, and Yarderstick. Thank you for your support today on the show. Right, Mr. Clockwork, down 38%, up 0.38. I thought you were all in on the S&P, Eric, because I'm up 0.98. How come you're not up 0.98? Have you mistyped that? Thank you for our Super Chats, Buckaroony, Trey Cray, and Jarderstick. Thanks for ever so much for that. Let's see who's winning today. Nice. Stuck in a loop. We're stuck in a loop. I have no idea what that means, Sensei. 0.79. Am I gonna? Oh, am I gonna win here today? Am Am I going to win? Up 0.38, up 0.79. Stuck in a loop on extra. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let me go and check something. Okay, I think it's working now. I had to reconnect. Apparently it disconnected, but I've reconnected now. Here it is, I've reconnected. So we're all good. It's all fixed. No idea what happened there. I don't know why, Martin. This is the only day 2 of All in Boo. All good now. Yes, I would win the Biggest Loser competition day 38. Up, there we go. The winner today is Ian Jackson. Thank you much indeed. You are the winner today. Congratulations to you. Give him a thumbs up. There you go. That's it from me. Come and join me now on the Extra channel. We're over there right now. This is where the chat will go 24 hours a day, or 12 hours. I've got to start saying 12 at the moment. Come and join me on the Extra channel. Then I can update you. If you can let me know about anything new. I can come back live if there's anything important, and I'm going to edit the videos. So do come and join me now on the Extra channel. That's it from me. Thank you ever so much indeed. I'm going to get to work now. Going to send Sensei the information for tonight's show on the Extra channel. But that's it. We're all very, very good. Come now and join me. Be in the chat, and we'll work now together behind the scenes. Keep everybody going. That's it from me. Congratulations to our winner this morning. Very, very good indeed. Ian Jackson. Right, that's it from me. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves.